Hey guys, what's up? So, we're back and we're going to pretty much be getting all of the yellow prepped. I went ahead and I primed everything off screen, mostly just for the fact that it speeds up the process, but also, you know, took a break for a day because I was playing Cyberpunk, so... But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to explain how to use pink. This is just basic Tamiya pink to build up highlights in yellow. Now, we're going to pre-thin. All we got to do is just make sure we got the right consistency. Yeah, it's pretty good. And to make this easier, I'm just going to pop the tip of my airbrush off, just so I can get in these little intricate areas I want to get into. And the whole goal of this, of course, is to build up some shadows and highlights. And again, my intention here is not to honestly really care about staying in the lines, because again, we're not going to do much here when it comes to building up these yellow effects and stuff. That's not particularly what we're doing. Not airbrushing our yellow effects for the most part, so... And now we're going to just go in and probably hit the yellow over that. Yeah, I know. Like, oh, you don't want to do that. Well, it'll be fine. I know it'll be fine because this blue is super easy to paint over. So, it'll be all good. I went ahead and I covered up the face, of course. I don't need that being pink, obviously. So, I'm going to let this dry. I'll meet you guys back at the desk. Alright, you'll have to forgive the weird background noise. I've got the airbrush booth on. So, we're going to get the yellow prepped because, of course, you know, in this video my whole goal is to just get some of the yellow laid on, see how I like it, maybe decide what I'm going to do with the red. We'll worry about pre-shading parts of the arms later. Not worried about that. So, Tamiya XF 3 flat yellow. Nice color. All right, let me get a couple of pipettes. The general rule of thumb is that you never want to use too much, given the fact that this yellow is very pigmented. I've used this to paint Space Marines before, and Eldar, and this stuff works very well for what it needs to work for. Get our Tamiya thinner. Remember, always use the thinner that the company who makes the paint you're using manufactures. It'll make things so much easier in the long run. Mostly because you have to understand something. The manufacturer probably is going to make a paint thinner that's compatible with its paint, not so you buy it, but also because, well, I mean, it's just going to be easier. Now you know it's going to have compatibility. You're not going to get gumming or any jams or anything like that. Stir it up. I'm looking for a good consistency here, so yeah, it should do her. I mean, it's not going to be crazy fancy, but it'll do. It'll do. Now, we got our yellow mixed up. Think about doing this nice metallic red with it. I think those two will pair nicely. Kind of reminds me of Iron Man, which is not a bad thing, to be honest. So let's go spray it on, see how it looks. As you can see, I look like Bane to do this. I don't want to be sucking into Mia, so rather look like Bane with a little bit of chin fluff sticking out than I would have lung issues. Remember, safety first. Also, I will break you, Batman. Alright, go ahead and dump the yellow into our airbrush cup. That's probably a little much, to be honest, but it'll work well enough. Make sure I didn't over thin it. Nah, that's pretty good. Alright, I'm just gonna start slowly layering the yellow in. It's not too bad. Yeah, I know, unconventional methods. Got a couple of reasons for this. One, I think I messed up something on the blue, so no better way than to start over. But also, I might as well just get in there with the yellow, really. I mean, no point in, not letting it just do its thing. I mean, it's going to need to be airbrushed anyway. You have to touch up the blue anyway, so I might as well just touch up the blue. I mean, I don't really know if you can see the effect the pink really does, but it helps bring a more warm tone to the yellow. And I know, probably going to get some flack in the comments for the way I did this. I know, the blue wasn't even finished to start with, so say what you will. There are methods to my madness. I'm just going to take that off. That ain't doing much. Yeah. Alright, I mean, we pretty much went full send at this point, so we'll touch up parts of the blue as we go along, obviously. Because why wouldn't we? I mean, it's done as a test coat anyway, see how things are going to look. Now that we know the blue looks good, I'm going to try a different highlighting method. And I'm going to go in and touch up some of these spots that need touched up. That'll probably be done off camera too. Hey guys, what's up? So I know this is weird and kind of, in the middle of a video, just me popping up randomly with my face on camera. Consider it a jump scare, if you will. But wanted to give a bit of an update because I've been working with the model for a bit here, and I've started to notice something with this tester's enamel. It's surprisingly really good stuff for $1 a bottle. I can see though why there were some complaints with the stuff, but once you get past that learning curve, it's not too bad. The only issue really comes from layering over it, because the problem I had was I used a water-based acrylic for the light gray and some of the kind of whitish blue shading I did for parts of the light gray. And I noticed on some parts of the model, I had to resand some chunks of the plastic and just call it a day. Now, of course, that's not much of an issue considering that, we're pretty much touching up as we go like you would with this. I really should have probably not painted in any details like the yellow or the red yet. I only did that really to see how they would look, but as of currently, I'm slowly going in and patching up the white, and I'm slowly going in and patching up parts of the blue and the yellow as well. But trust me, if you guys ever do something like this and you work on one of these old model kits like this, you're going to want an airbrush. I mean, it's just going to speed up the process so much. I've brush painted parts of this and it just takes forever. It's not like painting a miniature. You know, if you're painting a Space Marine, you can brush paint the whole model. It's going to look fine. It's going to take you probably 20 minutes. This has taken me a while. But I'll go ahead and show you guys some progress, explain what's been going on, and yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Of course, as you can see, not everything looks that bad, but after we airbrushed in all the yellow, I went ahead and touched up some spots, and I went ahead and just did all the white. The white was not really a white, it was a color from Army Painter called Gorgon Hide. It's kind of a light gray. I'll show you right here. It's a good color. And then for some shaded areas, I did one of my favorite hobby products ever invented. And yeah, it's not been too bad. But of course, you know, I'm like a mule half the time, so it's hard for me to really stay determined on one color scheme. I might go in and make the red a flat red and make... I'll explain as I go. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, that really did help. I don't know how well that blue shading is going to show up on camera, but I mean, it helped a lot. Of course, there's still some work to do, obviously. I mean, nothing's ever going to be easy with an old model like this. Then we'll go and we'll do the eyes and do this. And I'll probably record me doing the eyes and me doing the beam of the scythe. The only reason I didn't record all of this is I didn't think you guys would want to see me meticulously sitting here painting in little detail areas. Plus, that's not really the point of this video series. I'm not really doing this as a tutorial series. I'm doing it more as pretty much a progress updates on a modeling contest I'll be working on. There's still some rough spots I need to fix too, but yeah. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy this kind of stuff. And again, leave some stuff in the comments. And, you know, I know this is probably not going to do too well on the channel. I mean, it's not designed to be a tutorial. It's not really designed to be a review. It's more of a work in progress as we go type of diary thing. So, you know, trust me, I'm not trying to be educational here. I'm trying to be more just, here's a progress update on something we're working on. But, like I said, I appreciate feedback from all you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Probably another review pretty soon. So, thanks guys. Bye.